Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dakota. I'm a health coach and I help women dealing with stress and anxiety accomplish their weight loss goals so that they feel powerful. It's really my mission to show women that they can take charge and be the boss of their health so that they no longer feel powerless and out of control. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how labeling yourself as a lazy person is a lie and how believing that you are inherently lazy will keep you stuck and never moving forward with your goals. So we're just going to dive right into this. So what does being lazy mean? Well, the definition of it is you're unwilling to work or use energy. And so when you think about this definition, you can think about yourself and go, do you feel this way with every single thing in your life? And the answer to that question is most likely no. As human beings, we do have a drive to work and use energy. Otherwise, we would just sit on our couches until we die, which is just ridiculous, right? So we do have survival instincts that signal us when we need to do something, such as get food, provide for the family, provide a home. There are things that drive us as human beings, and so believing that you are just a lazy person overall and can't do anything is a flat out lie that you're telling yourself, and that we're labeling on other people as well. So when we think about the human brain, there are three principal motivators that reside in the brain to keep us alive. And those three things are called the motivational triad. And that includes avoiding pain, seeking pleasure, and conserving energy. So those are our three main motivators. And when you think about being lazy, it starts to make a lot of sense why sometimes we are lazy. Maybe something is really uncomfortable for you, so you want to avoid that discomfort. You want to avoid the anxiety and stress that it brings you. You don't want to exercise because it's not fun at first. You have to put effort in, and so it starts to make a lot of sense. You want to conserve energy, so having to put in the work to exercise or to lose weight is not something that you necessarily are wanting to do unless you're really motivated by it in the first place. So what are some reasons for not wanting to do work or not wanting to use energy and then labeling ourselves as lazy? So number one is you don't know what to do. So this can cause procrastination because you just don't know where to begin. Maybe trying to start a new workout program or a diet plan is just overwhelming, and you just decide to not do it. You want to avoid that discomfort. You want to conserve mental energy and not have to do your research on it, so you just don't do it at all. And then number two is the thing that you are telling yourself you have to do causes you anxiety or stress. So maybe you're telling yourself that you need to exercise, you need to work out, or you need to lose weight, but it's just causing you a lot of anxiety and stress. You don't really want to do it. It's uncomfortable. And so you just avoid it altogether. You want to avoid that feeling. And so, I'm using losing weight and exercise and eating differently as an example here, because that's what I help people with. But this can be really for anything in your life. Getting a new job, having to do a presentation, all of these things come into play that make you maybe want to avoid that feeling, that discomfort, and then procrastinate on it. Okay, and so number three is you don't really want or care to do that specific thing, but don't want to admit that. So for example, let's say we're talking about exercise, and you say, oh, I'm just lazy. I'm lazy. I don't exercise because of that. I'm just a lazy person. And that's false, right? If you look deeper at the reasoning behind not wanting to exercise, it could be that you just really don't want to do it, or that you really don't care to do it, and you don't have like a goal in place or something that's motivating you to do that certain thing. And so then your fallback excuse is I'm just lazy. Okay. And then number 4 is you would rather do something else. So if we go back to the motivational triad, we want to seek pleasure. We want to find things that are easy, that give us that instant gratification, that feel good. And, maybe that thing that you're avoiding, that thing that you're procrastinating on isn't going to make you feel that way. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable probably, because that's why you're not doing it in the first place. So you would rather do something else. Maybe it's binging Netflix, maybe it's eating sugar, drinking soda, not exercising, whatever it is, you're trying to find the instant gratification, something that's comfortable, something that's going to conserve energy, give you the pleasure that you want, and avoid the pain. Okay, so that's our 4 things for reasons for not wanting to work or use energy. So as you can see, we can all be lazy at one time or another, depending on our situation. And it doesn't mean that because you were lazy one day that you're going to always be lazy. And it also doesn't mean that just because you don't want to do something like exercise makes you a lazy person. You just haven't figured out your reasoning behind wanting to do it in the first place. You haven't figured out your goals. You haven't figured out what sparks you to do that thing. And so staying stuck in that thought that you are a lazy person and that because you're lazy, that's why you're not doing these things that are good for you, is just going to keep you stuck, never accomplishing your real goals, and you'll never be able to move forward or change as a person if you constantly are thinking that you are a lazy person. So the next thing to think about is, how do you get out of this laziness concept? How do you change your mindset on this? And so I came up with a few things here. So number 1 is be honest with yourself. Are you just saying that you are lazy because it's the easy way out of doing something that you don't want to do? And if the answer to that is yes, then you are not lazy. You just aren't ready to make those changes. But that doesn't mean that you won't be able to make those changes later or that you won't be ready later. Continuing to think that you are just a lazy person will keep you stuck and most likely not ever wanting to change. But if you have that mindset of, I'm just not ready to do that right now, then that means that there is room for improvement and that later on you can do those things when you are ready. Okay, and then number 2 is learn how to embrace the discomfort. And I know this is a challenging one, but the more that you get comfortable with being uncomfortable, the easier it will get. So starting something new might cause some anxiety. It might be kind of stressful because it's unfamiliar. You don't know what the outcome will be. And so the easy way out is to just avoid that thing altogether because, we going back to the triad, we want to avoid pain. This is normal for all of us. So don't let that stop you from doing the things that are important to you, the things that you really do want to do, the things that are extremely rewarding and maybe a little scary. Because when you do it, it's going to be amazing and you're going to grow from it and learn from it and be a better person. So number 3 is decide on what you really want. For example, do you really want to lose weight? Do you really care about your health and want to make those changes? Do you want to exercise? If yes, then start small. And if you have a day where you feel lazy or get lazy, you miss out on whatever it is that you were supposed to do, that's fine. It's normal. We're all going to have those days. It doesn't make you a lazy person. And labeling yourself as lazy because of one time or because of your past is going to keep you stuck, and you're going to be judging yourself on what you're able to do. Okay, and so number 4 is don't stay stuck in the past. So a lot of the times we compare ourselves to our past selves, what we were able to do in the past, what we weren't able to do in the past. So if you're somebody who, considers themselves as a lazy person because you didn't do this or that, or haven't lost the weight, or haven't exercised, or didn't, get the job that you wanted or whatever it is, if you've labeled yourself as that person, that means you're staying stuck in the past instead of focusing on who you are now or who you can be. And so when you can let go of that past self and start deciding on who you are right now in this moment, then you can start moving forward and growing as a person. So stop living in the past, because it's just going to keep you stuck in place, and it's going to be used as an excuse to not change and to not move forward. Okay, so let me just recap here on 4 things to help you get over this laziness concept. So number 1 is be honest with yourself, embrace the discomfort, decide on what you really want, and don't stay stuck in the past. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I provide new videos every week. And if you are looking for more guidance on how to lose weight and manage your stress so that you can take control of your health, that is what my coaching program is all about. So if you are interested in this, please schedule a free call with me by clicking on the link in the description. I look forward to hearing from you. All right, bye.